Gonzalez, good drive. One of his strengths, really. He loves to do that. Full court, reading the defense, getting to the hole.
Ildefonso being dared to take that shot. A lot of space given to Sean. Baikin to Bienes. Baikin. Oh! Nobody there to defend him. Could not finish. It's been that type of a morning for the Tamaraws.
Wide open layup. Great move up top. Just failing to make that finish.
Gaye, too strong off the glass, and Ildefonso hustling for that rebound.
You know, you can forgive to a point those wide open layups that you miss. However, you see Coach O really getting mad at his team for not boxing out. These are the things you can't forgive. As you see, John Lloyd Clemente 6 points now, and surpassing his point production.
Well, once again, we'd like to remind everybody, especially the fans of the UAAP Cheer Dance Competition, we will be having the UAAP CheerCon. Yes, that's what we are calling the CDC press conference, the UAAP CheerCon. It will be taking place today right here at the Mall of Asia Arena at 3 p.m. and will be broadcast via the ABS-CBN Sports Facebook page. And updates will be on Twitter. We will know the order of performance and mark your calendars because it will be taking place in November.
Dave Ildefonso coming back and immediately announcing his presence on that layup.
And NU continues to pile up the numbers here against the Tamaraws, who are experiencing their most sluggish start this season. Still can't buy a basket, Jen.
They've had their looks, especially with the gimme layups and threes, but just not getting it to drop down.
Ildefonso, basket is good for Dave Ildefonso. And Coach Olsen Racela calls another timeout. His team is down 27-11. All right, let's take a look at this move right here by Dave Ildefonso. Scoring on the inside, scoring on the outside, showing us the full arsenal. Dave Ildefonso.
And coming off the bench after taking his break from that first quarter, 4 straight points right away for Dave Ildefonso. We saw the stats before the timeout. He's actually number 4 in the league in scoring, even after his poor performance against Ateneo, one of the most explosive guards that we have this season.
Stuff it. And here comes Dave Ildefonso. We have hit another Gatorade hydration checkpoint. Ildefonso's able to draw a foul.
Just sticking his hand out in that play in that passing lane. Getting a deflection. Poor pass by FEU. Another unforced turnover.
And we have another timeout. Magbabalik po ang UAAP Season 82. The FEU faithful are super energetic and cheering their lungs out very early here inside the Mall of Asia Arena.
I actually love the crowd of FEU. Mukhang may mga free cuts tayo today. Fun to watch the game.
They're all the way up. I mean, looking behind us.
Full force today for FEU.
You gotta love the support. And the Tamaraws needed at this point, Jet.
As seen in the screen, 6 assists for NU, and the struggles basically they can't buy a bucket, so they have 0 assists today for FEU.
Oxon with a gutsy 3 is too strong after picking the pocket of LJ Gonzalez.
A poor shot for Oxon, settling for a 3 after that steal. Si Ebonia finally scoring down low. One of the brighter spots for FEU.
He's got 7 points.
You see a 3-2 or a matchup zone. A 3-2 matchup zone for FEU, trying to shift their defense, give a different look to NU.
Gonzalez. Torres, he's got to knock this one down. And FEU is going to have a tough time if they can't knock down those open threes.
Sometimes, Anton, when your team isn't hitting threes and you have wide open looks, the pressure as a player gets a little bit too high. You have to hit those shots and you end up missing.
Ildefonso. And Stockton called for a foul.
See here that pass off that pick and roll. Good read by Ebonia, being patient. Chiseling his way underneath and finishing for 2 points.
Mosqueda has returned.
Shot clock, 14 seconds.
NU's biggest lead was at 16.
RJ Minerva coming in for Mike Malonzo. Shot clock, 14 seconds.
We haven't seen FEU struggle this much, Jet, here in Season 82.
That's right. It's really difficult for an offensive team like that to suddenly struggle. But what they can do is make it up on defense with this type of effort, diving for the loose balls on the floor.
Jump-off possession arrow is pointing the National U Bulldogs.
Let's take a look at this last sequence right here.
So bodies on the floor, just trying to get that ball. Both teams really want to get that win today.
Mosqueda has to throw it in. Gonzalez with the interception. One man in front of him, Gonzalez. Can't convert on that jumper.
One of those shots, Anton, you know, if it's not your shot, the coaching staff will wish you hit it. And if you miss it, will tell you should have just driven it to the hole. That battle down low of that miss out of bounds for FEU. See now, full court press. Trying to make something happen on a defensive end. Almost coming up with that steal.
Bulldogs able to recover. Oxon. Mosqueda, inside pass. 2 on the shot clock. Ildefonso! Dave Ildefonso is really scoring from all spots on the hard court.
That's what you give up when you call for a 2-3 zone, that 3-point shot. You limit the drives inside, and you give that shot up. Dave Ildefonso knocking it down from 3.
Ebonia with the size advantage on Oxon. Gonzalez way off the mark.
Poor possession for FEU, settling for a contested corner 3-point shot.
It's been a nightmare of a first half for the Tamaraws.
See, the 3-point field goals, 0 for 11 for FEU. And NU, 3 already.
Minerva, jump hook, way short.
Travis Mantua for LJ Gonzalez.
And Coach Olsen digging really deep. Travis Mantua is now in.
Back in the game for RJ Minerva.
You have to point out though, FEU not really one of the best offensive teams in the season based on our stats. They're 8th place, averaging just 64.4 points per game. They're actually on pace to go lower if they don't start hitting their shots.
Ebonia, Chuente. He wanted to dunk that ball, Jet. And Chuente has a chance to finally score.
That was a great pass. Drawing Isagay in the last second. Shuffling it off to Chuente underneath. Getting fouled. I think this is what they have to do, Anton. They have to get to the line. They're not hitting their threes. The layups aren't falling, the jump shots. Free throws is really that way to go. You have to be aggressive, try to get your rhythm, and see the ball go in from the free throw line before you can start to look at other shots like 3.
And Chuente still can't get any points on the board. Has another chance here. He's just been a different player since scoring 19 against DLSU.
Against DLSU, yes.
That was his breakout game.
He's not hitting his hook shots. He's not getting those looks that he had. Wow. See Oxon, sorry, wide open, falling for that ball.
Dave Ildefonso. Shadi Rangel is now in the game for NU. Dave for 3! Dave Ildefonso! Lighting up Camoa Arena.
He's feeling it today, Anton. What a shot. Confidently pulling up. That's not his strong suit, but he can hit those shots when given a chance.
12 points now in the game for Ildefonso. And he comes up with a steal. This time it's Sean Ildefonso.
Sean Ildefonso.
And the Demolition Brothers are doing damage here in the first half. A C2 fast break of the game.
Again, defense to offense. Pressure defense, creating turnovers and finishing in the break.
Chuente throws it back out. Mantua. This is Mantua's second appearance in season 82. But let's take a look at the triple by Dave Ildefonso. And then comes up with a steal, gives it to his brother Sean. And as I said, the Demolition Brothers doing damage for NU.
Making up, Anton, for their last game against Ateneo. This whole team making up for a great start. As you see, the Ildefonso brothers with 16 points now, outscoring the whole of FEU.
Ildefonso to Ildefonso. This is Sean. Multiple spin moves. Sean Ildefonso with a master play of the game.
Big boy move from the brother Ildefonso.
Wow, the Bulldogs just breaking this game wide open. Comboy, no good. And the Bulldogs can play for the last shot of this first half. And it looks like they want a clear out for Galinato. But you can see Dave who kind of wants the basketball.
He's going to want that. Either one of the Ildefonso bros want the ball.
But Galinato takes it anyway. Bienes throws it up. And that will do it. FEU desperately needs to head back to the locker room to find out what's going on as they are down 37-13 at the half. The NU Pep Squad lighting up the hard court here at the Mall of Asia Arena. Just a reminder, we've got the UAAP CheerCon at 3 p.m. later, live on the ABS-CBN Sports Facebook page. But of course, let's check out our PS Bank Mobile fan of the game. Deposit checks in a snap with PS Bank Mobile. Download now. The FEU Tamaraos cheering their lungs out despite the team down big time here in the first half. And para sa lahat ng ating mga kapamilya dyan, commute warrior ka ba sa ABS-CBN TV Plus Go? Masasurvive mo ang stress ng araw-araw na traffic, haba ng pila at hassle ng commute. Just catch the UAP live as it airs with no data charges while watching. And follow TV Plus Go on Facebook to know more. At para naman sa mga mahilig pumorma dyan, just show your support for your team. Shop now for the official UAP licensed merchandise at www.uapstore.com. And of course, you can catch all of the UAP men's basketball action on iWant. And we are thanking all of our Kapamilya subscribers who are tuned in right now. Just download the iWant app or go to the iwant.ph/sports to watch the games live and on replay anytime, anywhere. We will be back to break down the first half of this matchup between NU and FEU. So don't go away. Keep it right here on SNA. At the half-hour tally is 37 for NU and 13 for FEU. It's been a nightmare of a game for the Tamaraos, while the Bulldogs, with this type of advantage, could be on their way to tallying their first win of the season, but we still have a lot of basketball. One more half to be played as we take a look at the highlights of that first quarter.
It's a tale of two stories for these teams. Everything going well for the NU Bulldogs after struggling their last game, and now everything going wrong for FEU after the great start against UST in their last game. So now it's going to be a struggle for them to find their offense, and they have to find it, especially to start this third quarter with NU now. They have to find a way to sustain their lead, to sustain their energy and their defense in order for them to pick up their first win.
And there are only a few baskets that you will see from these replays right here. More from the NU side, obviously, especially when the Ildefonso brothers started to heat up. Even Enzo Hoson hitting it from beyond the arc. NU 4 triples made, FEU 0 for 14, and that's very shocking considering that they are the best team when it comes to three-point field goal percentage.
Well, they're the best team, but not knocking anything down today. They've had some great looks, actually, just failing to knock it down, especially even wide-open layups, and I think that just snowballed and affected their confidence to hit those wide-open shots, and it just led to one thing to another, and they couldn't make stops. So NU doing a great job behind the Ildefonso brothers, like you said, to capitalize off the mistakes of FEU, ending up with a huge margin.
You saw that bully ball move by Sean Ildefonso, and Dave just hitting from the outside, on the inside, just hurting FEU in a variety of ways. And FEU was talking about having to play together, needing to play together today, and they don't have any assists yet in the first half.
That's one of the huge numbers that pop out from the stats as we see. 7 assists, not so bad for NU, but 0 for FEU and 0 perimeter points for them. Not one perimeter player. We talked about all the star power that they have for their guards, but nothing really. As you see, Dave Ildefonso, 12 points now in that first half and 7 rebounds for Isagaya. They're dominating really both ends of the floor with 2 steals capitalized by Sean Ildefonso. And Ebonias, the only bright spot, I think, for FEU. He's the only one who's scoring down low. The guards have to pick it up this second half.
I'm sure, just like us, Jet, we are wondering, and most especially FEU fans are wondering what's going on with the Tamaraos. Let's try to find out right now from Maris Domingo.
Well, Anton and Jet, if we talk about speed, the Tamaraos started slow and eventually ended the first half of the game with the same pace. We waited long enough before getting a score while the NU Bulldogs were already leading. In the huddle, Coach Olsen Rosella was so angry when he saw limited response from the boys, especially when the Bulldogs started pressuring them. Coach Olsen shouted, "Nandun na yung opportunity, so go hard to the basket." He reiterated for the boys to place extra effort and be confident in their shoots. But unfortunately, it was still no response for the Tamaraos during the second quarter, and the only thing Coach Olsen showed in the huddle was anger and dismay. Furiously, he shouted, "I need boys coming out from the bench to make things happen." Now, let's see how the boys will recover from that first half. But Anton and Jet, they assured me one thing, and that is to bounce back. Back to you, gentlemen.
Well, I'm sure FEU fans are hoping that it will be a different second half for them, because as Maris was explaining through the words of Coach Olsen Rosella, the opportunity is there, but they're not going hard to the basket, and that's kind of shocking.
I think that's just the like we talked about, the snowball effect. They were missing their early shots, easy shots actually, which they usually make. However, that confidence factor, I think Coach Olsen has the right to be angry right now because of the margin and the quality of baskets that they're missing. But like he said to the boys, he can't stop. There's a huge second half still remain to be played, and he just wants them to be aggressive and take it to the hole.
Now, in contrast to that, I want to hear what's going on. What's the atmosphere on the NU side right now that they have this big lead? Let's go to Bailey's Akon.
Anton and Jet, Bulldogs basketball is back and is as energetic as ever. This is what they have been trying to implement, a strong and fearless start. The team is looking confident as they continue to get their points from their pressure defense. They just gotta stay composed in the second half. Now, Anton and Jet, Before the game started, the team was given copies rather of a short story about Jim Thorpe. Jim Thorpe is an Olympic athlete representing the US for track and field. His story was back in 2012, his shoes and socks were stolen. His socks and shoes were stolen, and he just found a pair in the garbage and still won 2 gold medals that day. And just like Jim Thorpe, the Bulldogs don't need to resign to excuses. It may be their exam week this week. Some players are feeling under the weather, and the baggage of having a 5-game losing streak still on their backs. Still, it all boils down to finding either reasons or to getting their first win today. You cannot have both. Anton and Jet.
Thank you very much, Baileys. And obviously, the NU Bulldogs were inspired by that story, playing a different brand of basketball today.
It starts with the defensive end, Anton. The way they pressured the opponents, FEU, today, ending up with turnovers, ending up with steals, and easy baskets down the lane, really just gave them confidence to roll, to keep going, and to keep that pressure up. And it did help that, the Ildefonso brothers really spearheaded their offense and defense, ending up with steals and leading their team on the effort that they needed. And they might have a chance right now. They have a great chance, if they can sustain this, to win the ball game today.
When we come back, we shall begin the second half. You're watching Season 82 of the UAAP right here on SNA. Goho creating beautiful plays, and we see the basketball ending up in the hands of Dave Ildefonso despite Gaia almost fumbling it. And Dave Ildefonso hitting back-to-back threes towards the end of that second quarter, really creating some momentum for the NU Bulldogs as we take a look at Coach Olsen Racela trying to rally his troops.
If there's one thing I know about Coach Olsen, he's my coach back in the PBA. He's not gonna stop. You can expect that from him. He will never give up, no matter how big the lead is, no matter how down they are. He's gonna find a way to get his boys going. We're gonna see if it will take effect this second half.
NU was swept by FEU during the previous year. Both games were actually close. In the first round, the score was 73-68. Second round, 79-74. Despite that 38-point output by John Lloyd Clemente, it's been a different story here in Season 82, though. As NU leads FEU 37-13 to start this second half.
To start the ball game, you see that picking up full court by Oxon, pressure.
And Gonzalez taking a shot right away. Torres with a steal. Torres could not finish. Man, it's like there's a lid on that ring. The Tamaraws just can't buy baskets here, Jet.
That was a great layup. They actually forced that turnover off that missed shot, but just failing to knock it down.
Number 8, Barkley Ibonia is second. First.
That's gonna be tough. I mean, as a player
Shot
too,
clock, 15 seconds.
those are one of the most challenging things. Have your wide open looks and you miss time and time again, but they have that opportunity to play defense still.
Gaia with a power move. And FEU starting without Pat Chuente, Jet.
I was gonna mention, Twente on the bench to start this this second half. Maybe they need more energy. That's why Ebonya is guarding Isagaye. Try to switch things up, give a different look.
And that's why NU went to Gaia right away. Minerva to Gaia. Gaia. Second attempt, and it falls for Isa.
That's just a easy jump shot for Isagaye.
And he's going to be aggressive with Chuente on the bench, unable to defend him. Comboy looking for Ebonya. Gonzalez for three. Wala pa rin.
Comboy did a great job to drive to the lane, bothered by the presence of Isagaye. He thought he was gonna try to block the shot, ending up passing the ball.
Ildefonso throws it out to Mosqueda. Mosqueda back to Dave Ildefonso. Ildefonso, what a move by Dave Ildefonso. A Jollibee 100% the amazing move of the quarter.
Dave Ildefonso was 14 points in the game. That's great and beautiful basketball by NU.
And now even Comboy missing on his floaters.
I see here extra passing, player movement, ball movement, sidestepping. Great finish. And Coach Jamai loves it.
Ildefonso just dissecting the defense on that sequence.
He's just playing around today, Anton. They have to do a better job guarding him one-on-one.
Vienes to Comboy. Turnaround jumper does not fall for Comboy. And the ball will go back to NU, but Coach Olsen is livid as he felt it should be FEU ball, and
I think they shifted it.
yep, they overturned it. They
yeah, I think it's FEU ball. The ref with a better angle corrected that call.
Vienes. Inside pass. Ebonya against Gaye. And that's a foul on Isagaye.
Bonya doing the right thing, attacking Isagaye, not being afraid, drawing that foul.
Number 10, Isagaye's third, second team foul.
See here, that's quick spin, shot fake, and getting his arms caught up in his body. Good move by Ebonya to try to get into the hole.
Coming in for Isagaye. Shot clock at 14 seconds.
Isagaye will take a seat after picking up his third personal foul. Sean Ildefonso is back in. Gonzalez. Comboy for three. And Ebonya. Maybe that can get FEU going. Yamaha Mio, #1 move on that offensive rebound and put back by Bartley Ebonya.
The lone bright spot for FEU. Comboy had that good look. These are really the shots he's been hitting throughout the season. But Bartley Ebonya, look, 9 points and 7 rebounds. His activity is just a walking double-double with his effort down low and just missing that free throw.
And another thing that you mentioned, Jet, FEU has got to find a way to get to the line more often.
Exactly right. It's sometimes it's tough for a team. When you're coming off screens like Wendell Comboy and you're really a three-point shooter, and the first look you get is a good shot on your standards. Your tendency really is to take that, but to switch it up, to try to think that I have to get to the line and get those free throws, that's a sign of maturity.
Ildefonso. This is Dave. Steps on the brakes. Too strong on that shot, but the Bulldogs will keep possession.
Two FEU Tamaraos actually skying for that rebound, none of them ending up with it.
Sean trying to power his way up. No foul called. Gonzalez with a crossover, throws it back out. Ebonia calling for a foul, but play continues.
Trying to draw a foul on that play, not getting it called, missing the layup.
Oxon. Ildefonso gives it back to Oxon. Oxon throws it out. Minerva from the outside. And Sean Ildefonso with the offensive rebound. Ildefonso could not finish. Mosqueda keeps the ball in the hands of NU. And the Bulldogs just hustling harder here in this game. Boys and points in the paint for the team of Coach Jamaica Rin. A fudgy bar, O-bar sasaya moment. And the NU Bulldogs, although they are on top by this huge margin, will not celebrate until they actually pick up this W. Oh no, another miss from close range by LJ Gonzalez.
It's a tough afternoon to say the least for FEU.
It's also tough to watch because clearly the Tamaraos aren't themselves. Mosqueda with a miss, but Minerva was there for the offensive rebound, and the ball will stay with NU.
See, the thing here, Anton, is even if you're struggling on offense, you can't give up offensive rebounds. You can't give up easy layups. You can't give up, drives to the hole or easy drives to the hole. They have to pick it up somewhere and has to start on the defensive end.
Oh, Ebonia called for a foul. That's his third personal foul.
The frustration is just mounting and mounting and mounting for these guys. And that foul was a bad foul. And just the frustration of Ebonia.
Carlos Clemente coming in for Mix Oxon.
See Clemente coming in now
At
in
the
the
line,
game.
shooting 2, RJ Minerva.
Too strong on that free throw for Minerva. As we take a look at assistant coaches from De La Salle University, Coach Jack Santiago and Coach Tonichi Ituri. Excuse me, Adamson University.
Before.
Yeah.
Before. That's what he meant. See that miss again by FEU.
Yeah, Adamson University, no game today.
It's just a scouting trip for these coaches.
Oh! Comboy with a block there on Clemente. Comboy will shoot from the outside.
In and out shot again for Wendell Comboy off that break.
Combo obsession arrows pointing National U Bulldogs.
Hear that in and out shot. And toughen, ending up with that board. That's what you need to see from your leaders. Even if you're struggling to game today. And Wendell Comboy, 0 of 10 from the field. 0 points still in this ball game. The senior struggle. Not a good day for Wendell Comboy today.
Minerva. Off the glass, no good. And Alforque picks up the rebound. As we have crossed the Gatorade hydration checkpoint once again.
Reaching in, caught reaching in, Mosqueda on that drive and then
Foul on
swiping
number
at the
2,
ball, ending
Chico
up with the hands.
Mosqueda, his third mandatory timeout.
We've got a timeout. Magbabalik po ang UAAP Season 82. BDO coaches winning ways. Coach Olsen Rasela, former UAAP champion as a player with Ateneo. Back in season 51, 18 years as a pro, 9-time champion, 6-time All-Star. But his players got to respond to him
16 seconds.
because right now they are down 43-15. And let's see what they will do coming off this timeout. Alforque. Ebonia with a save. Oh!
Drawing a foul. Ebonia driving to the hole and drawing that foul.
And check foul on number 42, Manny Mangayo. Penalty is
That was a
second.
close call though in that inbound play, almost turning that ball over. Ebonia ending up with the ball, ending up in the free throw line.
2 foul shots. Barkley Ebonia.
As you mentioned earlier, Ebonia, the lone bright spot on this FEU team with a chance to break into double digits here. Oh, but he misses on the first free throw.
And I think we have to point out he scored more than half of his team's production today.
Yeah.
9 points and 9 rebounds. And his team has scored 15 points.
Wendell Comboy, their leading scorer and the only player averaging double figures for FEU, has not scored in this contest.
Here we have a full court man-to-man pressing defense now for FEU. They have to force something on that defensive end, and this is what they do.
Ildefonso. Ildefonso to Clemente.
Oh, out of bounds. Off that kick-out pass. Clemente just too much.
Stepping on the sideline there. 43-16. Alforque using his speed. Nunat. Torres. A lot of time. Torres. Too strong on that shot. Ildefonso to Ildefonso. Shot today.
Dave Ildefonso.
A Domino's Pizza. What a delivery play from Sean to Dave.
Again, you know, the same story. Bad shot attempt, ending up with an easy shot. Ebonia, though, not stopping. He's still charging to that hole and ending up with a foul, going to the free throw line.
Talking about number 42, Manny Macayo
Welcome
is third.
to the Ildefons Show, starring Sean and Dave, doing damage here on our McDonald's Instant Replay,
Replacing Manny Macayo.
streaming live on SNA and on I1.
Have you been waiting a while to use that?
No, they actually have a show, actually.
Oh, they...
Mahilig sa gaming yun eh. Mahilig sa gaming si Dave.
I have to catch that show.
Yeah, if you're into gaming. Yun yung uso ngayon sa kabataan eh.
Oo nga. Are you playing?
No, man.
No. Kabataan.
I mean, I wish I could, but
Let's just stick to broadcast.
tsaka hindi. Oh, Stockton and Sean Ildefonso.
Combo possession arrow is pointing FEU Tamaraws.
Some color developing there.
Ending up at what? FEU ball. It's FEU ball of
Shot
that
clock,
jump ball
14 seconds.
situation. Another a different combination for Coach Olsen as you see different guys and different combinations on the floor. Nunag, Tuffin, Ebonia, and Gonzalez.
Gonzalez against Hosson. Throws it out. Stockton on the drive. Oh! And Ebonia scoring on that offensive rebound.
Another missed layup. But Ebonia not giving up offensive rebound and scoring.
And Stockton, that's what he's known for. The hustle on defense. Intercepting that entry pass intended for Dave. Nunag looking for Ebonia. Ebonia! And Ebonia has been working hard in the paint. He's been a beast.
It's been the only beast for FEU, getting those rebounds and putting it back in.
What a flicks, kakaibang move.
Oh, bad foul though, over-aggressive for Barkley Ebonia, ending up with his fourth personal foul. You see here that drive to the hole. Ebonia carving his way inside, getting a rebound. And this, pounding it inside and scoring. Hey, Coach Olsen forced to bring out Barkley Ebonia after what he's been sparking for the Tamaraws today due to that bad decision and the foul.
3 personal fouls now on Barkley Ebonia. And we were just told by the Sultan of Stats that this is the lowest number of points in 3 quarters scored since 2003. The lowest ever was 17 points by Adamson when they played NU.
It's a mandatory
In 2014. Well, 2003, that's when the stats were being recorded. But
Okay.
the 17 points in 3 quarters happened in 2014. Season 77 by Adamson. In a game against NU. But obviously, FEU has a chance to add to this 21-point total.
So far, they've seen the ball go in the basket, and it's been good for them. Ooh,
Vienes throws it out. Alforque hesitated. Gave it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez inside to Tuffin. And Tuffin lost control of the ball. Ball is loose. Clemente picks it up.
that's unfortunate over there for FEU. They had those opportunities. Mishandled the ball, missed an open layup.
Gonzalez with the rebound. Sean almost coming up with a steal. Alforque to Tuffin. Nunag from the corner. And the fans are getting into it. A Manulife Vision player of the game.
Finally, a three-point shot going down for FEU. And like you said, Anton, the fans are loving it, giving life.
Dave Ildefonso.
Dave Ildefonso, though, trying to take that away carving his way inside and scoring. Could this be the spark, Anton, that FEU was waiting for?
Gonzalez. Nonag slips on the floor. Nonag. Tough defense right there.
That's just great individual defense for NU. Each of those three slashing drive attempts by FEU guards were hampered.
Hawson. Double crossover, lost control. Gonzalez gets it to Nonag. Nonag all the way. Alforque. And that right there just mirrors the type of game FEU has had here today.
Wow, the action here picking up
replacing
as a 3-on-2 fast break. Well, there's a great kick out. And finally, we see a 3-point shot land for FEU.
Also,
But Dave of the Fonso taking it quickly away. Getting to that line and throwing that, tried to draw a foul and ending up with a layup inside. FEU now. Let's see what.
Alforque. Gallego in front of him. Alforque drives. In and out. FEU still has the basketball. Alforque will try again. And that basket should count. That basket should count right there. The ball was already halfway down. Let's check it out on the replay.
Oh,
It was already inside, clearly.
it was going down.
It was inside the cylinder.
Ooh, are they gonna give the 2 points back or?
Substitution, Alex Stockton coming in for LJ Gonzalez.
That just adds insult to injury for the night or the day that FEU's having right now. See that drive, finally a layup coming in, but it was a FEU player that tipped that ball out.
Yeah, it was Tempra.
Tempra. It's gonna be interesting to see what call they're actually gonna make here. It's the first time I've seen a situation like this.
14
Also.
seconds.
Ouch. So I thought they're not gonna count the shot because yes, the ball was going in the hole, but it was an FEU player, Tempra, who tipped it out. That's just unfortunate.
Gallego. Galinato. And Nunag will release from the half-court line. That will do it.
Third quarter, the score is
For
47
the
to
first
24.
3 quarters
for the
of
National
play,
University
NU
Bulldogs.
with a huge 47 to 24 lead will be back for the 4th quarter here in season 82 of the UAAP. We are here inside the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City where the Far Eastern University Tamaraos are hoping for a miracle as they are down 47-24 against the NU Bulldogs, who are looking to secure win number 1 here in Season 82 of the UAAP. Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood. Anton Rojas together with Jet Manuel. And of course, at courtside, we've got Bailey's Akot for NU and Maris Domingo for FEU.
As you see the quarter scoring, Anton, the struggles, especially in the second quarter, 23 points for NU and 7 for FEU. The third quarter is the only quarter by a small margin where they scored in double digits. It's a tough afternoon, a tough day, excuse me, for FEU.
Fourth quarter.
And even that last tip by Tempra, that's just one of the many instances wherein nothing really has been going for the FEU Tamaraos, and we were talking to the officials before the start of this quarter, since it was a teammate that tipped out that shot by Alforque. The basket will not count.
Number 31, Royce.
It's an offensive foul, Anton, as they were inbounding the ball, and Nunag, I believe, was caught pushing off. Alforque was caught slightly nudging his defender, pushing off, and Mosquera did a great job to sell that. Wow, what an
Shot
afternoon.
clock, 14 seconds.
So in a situation like this, Jet, you're a player staring at a lead like this, what do you do?
If you're FEU, you know, as hard as it may be, as you see a drive to the hole, you gotta just put in the effort. You gotta show that you're not just giving up. And it's gotta start from defense.
Tempra missing on that short baseline shot. Gallego with the counter steal. Gaye, who sat for a lengthy period of time in the third, is back in, Jet.
Tempra.
I think they were waiting, Coach Jamaica was waiting if Coach Olsen will bring in Chuete to bring in Isagaye, but his boys were playing well. Decided to keep Isagaye on the bench, but now starting the fourth quarter.
And Chuete has not returned here in the second half.
I think the coaching staff of FEU just couldn't find what they were looking for from Chuete. They expect a lot more from him. Just couldn't produce today.
Chuete 19 against LaSalle, scoreless in their last game against UST. Scoreless here against NU. Stockton from the outside. A PS bankable assist of the game. Parang PS Bank personal loan na maasahan apply online. No collateral.
Good pass off that pick and roll. The defender of Stockton helped on Isagaye, on Emponia on that roll, leaving Stockton wide open. Good read by LJ Gonzalez.
Gallego. Sean Ildefonso. And NU will run out of time.
That's what I'm talking about, Anton. Those are good signs for FEU. You know, it may be tough right now, but a 24-second violation means that you're putting in the effort, as you see that great read and great find and great shot by Stockton for that three.
49-27. FEU swept NU in season 81.
Oh, bad pass by Stockton.
Gallego. Oxon from the corner. And Bienes comes up with a board. Here comes Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking for Ebonia. Ebonia smothered. And the Bulldogs are running. Gallego could not finish. Back and forth basketball we are witnessing here. Ebonia is having a hard time with Gaye protecting that rim.
Just can't find some daylight underneath. With Isagaye's hands, his leg bothering Ebonia.
Sean Ildefonso. Shot
Dave
clock, 15
Ildefonso being
seconds.
brought back in for his brother. The other half of the Ildefonso show.
Ildefonso's got 18. As you mentioned, number 4 scorer in the league, averaging a little bit over 17 points per contest, 17.6 to be exact.
Just right on his
Wendell
average today.
Comboy back in the
Adonis,
game.
and he's been doing it from all
For
sides,
Vienes.
all
15
angles,
seconds
all
on
parts of the
shot
floor,
clock.
from the 3 to the drive to the mid-range shot. So great offensive day for him.
Speaking of offense, Jet, you being a scorer yourself, Comboy has not scored in this game, yet he's the number 1 scorer on FEU. What has he got to do to get going?
Man, he's got to switch it up. He can't rely on what he's been having. You know, he shoots 2.8 threes a game, and if it's not falling down, it's not falling down. He has to drive to the hole, get a mid-range shot, get layups. You know, get to the free throw line especially to get something going.
Mosqueda, Gallego, Ildefonso, Stockton steals it away. Alex Stockton.
Alex Stockton.
There we go. Oh! And a technical foul called on Alex. Oh, and Dave Ildefonso now getting called a technical foul. As you see, a great steal by Stockton, just picking it off the hands of Dave. Oh, yeah, these guys are going at it.
So 2 consecutive technicals called by the referee. First was on that flopping motion on Stockton. And then Dave, who handed the ball to Stockton as he was on the ground, was called for a technical as well.
I think he was warned a while ago. I thought I
Technical
saw
foul on FEU Tamaraos number 2,
back
Alex
during the inbound play. Stockton was warned by the referee for
Technical
flopping
foul on the
already.
National Youth
I think they
Bulldogs number
had
1,
enough.
Dave
He flopped
Ildefonso
again
for
on Dave,
bunting.
got drawn a technical foul.
Cyrus Torres for Joseph Luna.
And then Dave, right after, just tried to hand the ball, you know, while he was lying down, tried to hand the ball back to him. That's what Stockton does, and Dave just a little bit of immaturity there. They don't need that with the lead that they have.
So the technicals cancel each other out and play resumes here. Ildefonso attacking the defense.
Great block by Stockton on Dave as he drove to the hole.
Now Stockton is driving.
Oh, just a bad decision though.
Gallego to Gaye. Gaye jump hook. And a foul was blown as Gaye was making his move to the basket.
Bodies on the floor.
Foul on number 2, Alex
See here that he
Stockton.
thought about that jump shot, tried to get to the line.
Replaces Alex Stockton.
Oh, and Stockton just falling down
FEU
over.
Tamaraos.
See that on our McDonald's instant replay. (49-29).
Still, Pat Chuete not making it
Shot
back to the
clock,
floor
14
anymore, even if he's a
seconds.
guy. Is back on, so I think we've seen enough of Pat Chuete for today.
Gaye from the free throw line. Gonzalez with the rebound. Gonzalez. Now that's the LJ Gonzalez that we know.
Gonzalez.
We haven't seen much of that here in this game though. A Jollibee 100% the amazing move of the quarter.
That's just the speed, and that's what he does. That's what he loves to do. Get the rebound and sprint down full court for that court-to-court layup.
But we were talking about the explosiveness of the backcourt of FEU Comboy and Gonzalez, but ineffective against the Bulldogs today.
Ildefonso missing a three-point shot, though. Offensive rebound by Isa Gaye. Another opportunity.
Gallego joins the scoring party for NU.
3 points.
That's just a pull-up shot after the defender goes under the screen. Good read by Gallego.
A pure gold, always panalo move.
Alforque trying to go to the hole. Tap out by Isagaye. Wendell Comboy still scoreless today. I think a timeout, yes.
Time
We'll be
out.
back. NU leads FEU
timeouts.
52 to 31. Once again, we'd like to remind everybody, all of the CDC fans, about the UAAP CheerCon later on at 3 p.m. And of course, I'm sure, proud father and mother
The creators
of Sean and Dave,
of the fun show.
the real creators.
I can't get enough of it, Anton. I love it.
You should watch it.
I should. I will. I probably will.
Abangan mo yung mga tweets ni Dave.
Sige, sige, sige.
Usually nagtitweet yan eh pag nagsastart na siya mag-stream.
Great game for both these brothers. Leading their teams. 18 points for Dave Ildefonso and 8 points for Sean. Good shooting nights for both.
We have to also take note of the 7 points that Miguel Oxon scored that really set the tone for this game of NU. And here he is shooting a 3. He bounced back from that scoreless outing against Ateneo.
He started the offense with, hitting a 3 at the start of the ball game, getting the offense going, setting up his teammates well today. It's been a great night for him too.
Also, Alex Stockton back in the game for LJ Gonzalez. Shot clock 14 seconds.
And Stockton,
Again, in the midst of a colorful discussion.
having to be restrained there.
Oh, good defense by Alforque.
Gallego. Oxon. Oxon fighting away to get that shot up and in. A Gatorade hydration checkpoint has once again been crossed as NU looks to notch their first win in Season 82.
Oh, a gimme again for Alforque, missing that easy shot.
How is a viewing session like after a game like this, Jen?
That's a great question, I thought. It's going to be painful. It's going to be extremely painful, but it's something they have to go through.
And one of the few uncontested baskets FEU had today, right there by Ebonia.
They actually had a couple, just one of these. I think it's Ebonia only who's been making those layups.
Mosqueda. Unag with the board. Alforque.
Oh, and a technical foul is called on Oxon on that flopping motion.
But the referees have been consistent with that, Jen.
They called one a while ago. As you see that drive, though, at offensive end.
And this basket right there actually gave Oxon his career high with 9 points.
Bonya still doing damage. Only FEU player in double digits, 15 points for him.
All right, let's take a look at it one more time here, Jen.
There you go. He tried to anticipate. After a slight bump, falling down, exaggerating the contact, it was enough for the referees to call an offensive foul. And finally, Wendell Comboy is on the scoring board after that technical free throw.
Technical foul on the National U Bulldogs head coach Jamai Harim
Very
for
shocking.
improper bench decorum.
Comboy, FEU's leading scorer, still without a field goal, just 1 point after that free throw that you just mentioned.
See here, dismal
Technical
day
free throw for
for
Wendell
FEU, shooting
Comboy.
only 19%. There's nothing going down. That's the story of the night or the day for FEU.
Shot clock 14 seconds.
Ebonia. Gonzalez. Comboy. Can he get his first field goal? Throws it out to LJ for 3. Shot was short. Stockton with the rebound. Ebonia loses control and it will go back to NU.
Perimeter points now, 21 for NU and only 6. Only 6 for FEU. And Ebonia just having trouble controlling the ball underneath, losing it out of bounds. LJ Gonzalez had a wide open shot, just missing that 3.
Mosqueda looking for a teammate, gets it back from Gaye. Mosqueda throws it out to Oxon, shoots a 3. And the ball will go back to FEU.
Oxon's been shooting that ball confidently. Each time he catches it on a three-point line, it's been paying them dividends for them though. Not known for as a three-point shooter really, but he's knocked down a few. Oh, a good hard screen by Ebonia.
Gonzalez too strong off the glass. Ebonia has worked hard today.
Foul on
17
number 8,
points
Barclay Ebonia.
and 12 rebounds.
And that's
Barclay
it for him.
Ebonia, 5 fouls.
That's it for him. That with that loose ball
14
foul.
fouls for
So he
FEU
fouls out with a
Tamaros.
career high 17 points. And what a time for him to have a career high. You can see the comparison with his performance and the rest of the team from the field.
Shooting the same amount of field goals. So he's been the only bright
Right,
spot
yeah,
for him.
that's
7 field goals
Barclay
out of
Ebonia.
14 attempts today. And the rest of the team, just the same amount. 7 field goals. What a tough day.
Double team comes. Ball will stay with NU.
Shot clock 18 seconds.
One thing we do notice from this game is that Coach Daniel Defonso was not sitting down on the bench. He's seated in the back now. And we've seen in the previous games how Coach
Holding
Danny is
foul on
always
number 15,
vocal,
Ray Vienes.
especially with his
Penalty
sons. How do you think
first.
this affected the play of Sean and Dave?
I think it's, well, first of all, he's
At the
trying
line,
to
shooting
switch
two,
things up.
Isagaye.
Yung mga suspicions and pamahiin. But aside from that, maybe just to take away that pressure on his boys. You know, he's always had great intentions to teach his boys who have a bright future in Philippine basketball after him. But you know, maybe sitting away from them, trying not to be constantly in their ear, because as we both know after this game, outside of the arena, he's gonna have their ears the whole time. So it helped today. I mean, they're gonna end up with their first win, and the brothers just played great.
I'm sure your brother Wacky knows something about that. And their family always on your ear
Yeah,
about basketball.
The difference is I'm not on the LaSalle bench, so that's gonna be tough.
When you're always there.
Dave
And here comes Dave.
Here we go. I was gonna say Dave pretty quiet
Basket is good for Dave.
for the most part after scoring his
Ponso.
18th point, but now just taking it to the hole,
Coming
throwing
now,
that
number
contact.
15, Ray
No one,
Jimenez is
no one
second.
on the FEU side helped.
Free throw, Dave Ildefonso.
Good shot, good finish.
20
Back
points for
here,
Dave
coming in for
Ildefonso.
Chino Mosqueda.
You know his ranking will go up with his performance.
And he's been shooting great today. 50, I think, 50% from the field. Great shooting night for him, not forcing anything. Just missing the free throw though.
Bienes. Oxon with the board.
I think FEU just wants this game to boil over. That with their shooting slump. Try to regroup.
Timeout, the National University Bulldogs.
See Cowboy diving. You have a timeout. We'll be back for the conclusion of this matchup between FEU and NU. The UE Red Warriors can't wait to get back on the court to battle the two-time defending champions, the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Game face si Gian Mamuyak, pero si Pat Magdenberg, very relaxed. And this is the setup for the UAAP CheerCon happening later at 3 p.m. It will be aired on the ABS-CBN Sports Facebook account, updates on Twitter, and you... Ano ba tawag dyan, Jet?
Seconds on
The
the shot
raffling
clock.
machine. I have no idea.
Okay, whatever you call that, that will determine the order of performance for the UAAP cheer dance competition happening
8
in
seconds,
November.
backcourt violation.
Raffle machine.
Raffle machine. Code me.
In September, coming in for Alex Saxon.
See a turnover for NU as we see the first signs of Diputado today. 8-second call, didn't realize the clock going down.
Shot clock, 14 seconds.
Are there some positives still from the FEU side? Aside from the career high performance of Ebonia in this game, Jet, ano nakita mo?
Look, it's not yet the end of their season. I mean, it will feel like it, especially after this ball game, but it's still a long season to go. They have to look at the reality that they are still
Number one,
2 wins. They still have 2 wins. They're still above 2
13
teams,
foul.
UE and NU after this
2
game.
foul shots.
And the
Joseph
challenge
Hunan.
right now is how will they pick it up? They have to be more consistent on both ends. And what do they do now? I think it's just more of a learning experience for them and on what will they do, and especially the key players, what will they do when they have off nights just like this?
And for NU,
Team Viking coming in
Feeling
for
like the
Wendell
season is
Comboy.
over. That's what they kind of felt after that 21-point loss against Ateneo last Sunday.
That's right, losing by 20 after a string of heartbreaks and then losing by 21 points to Ateneo. It easily could have ended their season. It spiraled down. But great job, great character for this team. They just bounced back great today, proving that they deserve to be in that winnings column.
And we have entered the PS Bank last 2 minutes. PS Bank, pasend via mobile ang padala mo, cash agad in minutes. And NU was coming off the lowest scoring output by any team in the UAAP this season at 50. And it looks like FEU, unless they make a late run here,
all I can do is to shorten the margin right now.
they keep fighting as Tempra is able to score underneath. Now it's just a showcase as Diputado and Gallego make their way to the basket. Patrick Yu even contributing now on the side of the Bulldogs.
That's a good sign. A young guy coming in, hitting his first shot, the corner three. Way to set him up
Also
by
Mike
JP
Alonso
Gallego.
replacing Dave Ildefonso.
So I just looked behind us because it's kind of loud. FEU fans are still here, but the UE crowd is also very solid, Jet.
They're filling in the stands. I love the support this year. The UAAP teams, even in a Wednesday,
Even though it's
midday,
it's in the morning.
yeah, supporting their teams, and we can expect that until the end of the season.
Magandang tanghali po sa lahat ng mga nakatutok ngayon.
Daniel Celso for Ray Vienes.
To add, Anton, to a short season like this, when the games keep going by, it's really a
Chadi Rangel
it takes a lot of ability and character for a team to just shift right away. Suffering a bad loss, how will you shift towards the next game? After having a great win just like this, how do you shift and not be too high on your win and focus on the next game? So that's part of the challenges of UAAP basketball as a team.
Both these teams did play last Sunday.
And NU doing a better job to shift to focus on this game. Way to come out and bounce back.
NU runs out of time.
44 seconds shot clock
Looking
violation.
up ahead at the schedule for both teams, Jet, NU still has to play UE. That's on Sunday, and FEU will play Adamson in what should be a good game on Saturday.
So now NU's gonna look to add on to this streak, hopefully get a streak. While FEU trying to bounce back after this bad loss. But exciting games for sure.
And the NU Bulldogs are about to win for the first time since November 18, 2018, last season. That was their last game in season 81 against UE. Coach Mike Harin and the NU Bulldogs are winless no more as they notch their first win here in season 82 of the UAAP. A dominating 61-39 victory against the FEU Tamaraos. We'll be back to put the finishing touches on this big win by the Bulldogs. The dust has settled and the NU Bulldogs pick up their first win here in Season 82, defeating FEU 61-39. And NU, of course, is our Dataland Residential's quality winners.
Just a great job by NU today on both ends of the floor.
And of course, our PS Bankable Player of the Game, PS Bank Home Loan, isang araw lang, may bahay ka na, is none other than Dave Ildefonso, who lets out a smile following this win.
Finally, a smile to end the game. To sing your song after a win, he really bolstered their offensive system for NU. Really scoring well, 20 points and 8 rebounds.
And our AXA Know You Can player of the game was the player who hit the first basket of the contest and set the tone for the Bulldogs, Miguel Oxon.
Good coming out game for Miguel Oxon. He was aggressive from the get-go, getting to the hole and shooting a lot of threes. His aggressiveness paid off for NU. And on the defensive side, really forcing a lot of things, picking up full court. So his energy and the impact he's had on his game really great for the Bulldogs.
And the defense of NU holding FEU to just 39 points, the lowest output for any team in the UAAP since the stats were recorded back in 2003. So once again, the NU Bulldogs pick up their first win here in Season 82, 61-39 against the FEU Tamaraos, who fall to 2-4. NU is now 1-5. For our director, Raul De Ocampo, our courtside reporters, Baileys Akot and Maris Domingo from NU and FEU, my partner, Jet Manuel, and all of us from ABS-CBN Sports, I'm Anton Ross saying thank you all for watching, and stick around because we have UE and Ateneo coming right up here on SNA. You're watching Season 82 of the UAAP.